The first Monday Night Raw of the new year. First WWE show of 2018. What is going on, guys? Wrestling Gage here. Thank you for tuning in here on the channel on the January 1st, 2018. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And tonight, we just had the Monday Night Raw, the first Raw of the new year, 2018. What a show we had today for WWE going into their Royal Rumble. And, to be honest, this show was not that bad. I actually enjoyed almost everything I saw in this show. Which is kind of crazy, talking about how Raw is good, because if you guys know, 2017 was one of the worst years ever for WWE. So let's get into this for you guys right up the bat. We had Kurt Angle talking about the Royal Rumble, the women and the male one. Talking about how Monday Night Raw, the superstar needs to win both of them. And that while he was talking about that, Sheamus and Cesaro came out talking about how they lost their tag team championships and were mad, and they want to get a rematch for them. And Kurt Angle's like, I'll give you a rematch when I want to. And then Jason Jordan comes out and wants to start a fight. So we get Jason Jordan versus Cesaro here. And then Seth Rollins makes the way out, talking about how we might be tag team champions, but we're far away from being friends, And Seth Rollins comes out there and says that he is going to watch Jason Jordan lose. So yeah, Jason Jordan versus Cesaro. I thought this was alright. At least giving Jason Jordan another big opportunity to prove himself as he goes one-on-one with Cesaro. And if you guys know Cesaro, he's one of the best wrestlers they have. And at the end of the night, Jason Jordan defeats Cesaro. And what a match it was. We had Bray Wyatt fight here tonight. So it's been like, I don't know, the last time I've ever seen Bray Wyatt in a match. It's been like a long time. We had Bray Wyatt come out and he takes on Apollo Cruz. And I was actually surprised by this match, because this match went on around 10 minutes. So Bray Wyatt versus Apollo Cruz, which was pretty nice to see Apollo Cruz get used. At least not having like a little 5-minute, 3-minute match. At least a 10, 15-minute match against Bray Wyatt. And, it was actually not bad. Bray Wyatt hits Sister Abigail. Of course, Bray Wyatt wins. And after that, you had Matt Hardy show up on the screen laughing again. So the question is, what are they going to do with Bray Wyatt? And what's how they're going to end this Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy feud? I have no idea. We'll see what they do. We had Asuka go on one-on-one with Alexa Bliss, the Raw Women's Championship, finally getting the championship back on TV, actually having someone to take on, Alexa Bliss to take on. It's Asuka, and I think we all know that Asuka's not going to be losing, because she's still going to be undefeated. And so Asuka won the match against Alexa Bliss. This match was actually not bad. It was a pretty long match for both. Asuka wins by doing her submission move, her cross arm breaker on Alexa Bliss for the win. We have Braun Strowman come out as he will take on Rhino. So he takes on Rhino, and then later in the match, you got a microphone talking to Heath Slater, and Slater gets in the match. I believe this was a 2-on-1 handicap. And Braun Strowman, all he did throughout the match was just running power slams, and he wins the match. And then the crowd wants one more, and he does it again. And then he did like 5 running power slams after the match was over, which I thought was pretty hilarious. I was laughing. I really enjoyed Braun Strowman just destroying everybody, because you got to build up for the Royal Rumble triple threat match he's having against Lesnar and Kane. The Intercontinental Championship match between Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe. If Roman Reigns gets disqualified, he will lose the championship. And this match was kind of disappointing, because I really wanted to see Samoa Joe win. Because there's been a lot of rumors, and I bet you guys have seen them, that it's going to be we all already know it's going to be Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania 34, but Roman Reigns will have the Intercontinental Championship, so it'll be champion versus champion, which I do not want that to happen. I want the Intercontinental Championship to be defended in its own match, and I think Samoa Joe is one hell of a guy to have it. And I mean, Samoa Joe delivered an epic promo before this in the backstage, talking about how Roman Reigns might be the big dog or something like that. He's living in my world. And yes, Roman Reigns wins the matchup, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to have Samoa Joe take that championship away from Roman, because right now, the championship on Roman is just nothing, to be honest. It's just, I don't know. We have some cruiserweight action here. It was supposed to be Cedric Alexander challenging Enzo for the cruiserweight championship, but with Enzo being sick with the flu, this leads up to a tag team match, and Cedric Alexander gets Goldust. And I'm just okay. Why Goldust? I don't know. It was cool to see Goldust. I mean, Goldust is one of the legends that we've had in WWE, and I guess he's teaming up with Cedric Alexander against the team of Drew Gulak and Ari Daivari. And Cedric Alexander and Goldust win this matchup, the tag team matchup, and that was that. So I guess good win for Cedric Alexander. I don't know. Like I said before, cruiserweights I don't really enjoy. Now here's a match I enjoyed. It was Finn Balor, Luke Gallows, and Karl Anderson in a 6-man tag against Elias, Bo Dallas, and Curtis Axel. Yes, I said Finn Balor, Luke Gallows, and Karl Anderson in the same ring, in the same match. You had the club. You had the Bullet Club, basically, in a match. And they took out Elias, Bo Dallas, and Curtis Axel in a match. And the crowd loved it. Finn Balor was smiling. Everybody was doing the two sweets. It was finally time WWE did something about the club and Luke Gallows and Karl Anderson, because they've been thrown to the side and we'll get you like in a match or two like in a few months. But no, they finally gave Finn Balor, Gallows, and Karl Anderson the chance. Now that's what I hope is that WWE doesn't mess this up and just have this one time and have Finn Balor go back to taking on Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel for another 8 months, But Finn Balor, Luke Gallows, and Karl Anderson win by doing the coup de grace on Dallas for the victory. And for the main, there wasn't a main event fight, but it was Paul Heyman coming out here with Brock Lesnar to cut a promo about the Universal Championship and who will win the Universal Championship at the Royal Rumble. Paul Heyman delivering once again another killer promo. Guys, Paul Heyman is the best at doing his promos, as he talks about how there is challengers, no more challenger. Which is pretty funny how he was saying that. And he said that there is a spoiler at the Royal Rumble that Brock Lesnar will retain his championship at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. And after they were done, Kane walks out to the ring and chokeslams Brock Lesnar into the mat. And Kane walks away. And then Brock Lesnar does his sit-up. Does the Undertaker sit-up like that. And starts, he actually does a clothesline and gets both of them out of the ring. And then next thing I know, I see Kurt Hawkins. I'm like, what? And then the whole other wrestlers come out there to break this up. And you had Kurt Hawkins and everybody out there, trying to break this up. Save it for the Rumble, all that shenanigans that they always do around these big matches. And see, this part, the only thing that made this... Okay. Now, this wasn't the most entertaining thing ever. It could have been a lot better, because if you watch it, if you haven't seen this, go watch it, because the crowd was dead. The crowd wasn't even, they weren't even cheering. It's like they weren't even watching it. I was sitting there, like, okay. But next thing I know, I hear yeah, ooh, Go Lesnar, Kane, Kurt Hawkins, it was just like that. There was no crowd on it. There was no chants or pops or anything during that brawl. But I see what they're trying to do. You gotta at least have some action for this triple threat match, even though if it's not the one that we want, but it's whatever. And that is your first Raw of the new year 2018. like I said, guys, this was actually not a bad show. I actually enjoyed it, so hopefully Raw can keep this up. Heading into the Royal Rumble, heading into the Elimination Chamber, Royal Rumble, I said that WrestleMania, and hopefully make 2018 the best year. So that is it, guys. Hope you enjoyed Wrestling Gage. And I will be here for a whole year doing reviews and stuff like that. And I will see you guys in the next one. And don't forget to subscribe or like if you haven't already. And that's too sweet.